All right, man. Terence Crawford responds to being stripped by the IBF for Jaron Boots Ennis. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Okay, so he responds. Also, Bo Mac did an interview. I speak on that as well too. But check out the Welterweight boxing playlist. Shout out the boxing news playlist. And I mean, it's what you thought it was. I mean, he already won undisputed, so I never really understand guys getting undisputed and holding up a division. And at the end of the day, uh, people gonna push the narrative. Like I said before, when people decide if they like you or not, it ain't really nothing you can do about it. That's why I just don't care what people think. It says I see a lot of Spence fans, Terence Crawford, mad at me and jumping on the boot sack now. I love it. It's the same ish I gotten hurt for 5 years. I was scared of this and that. It's okay, everyone. Just accept I'm great and y'all mad about it. And that's what it is. A lot of these dudes let other YouTubers put a battery in their back and tell them who to like and who not to like. A lot of these dudes can't make up their own mind. You know what I'm saying? I sent Kobe a video on Monday of this dude, and he is the title of the video is something about my wife is cheating or whatever, right? Whatever. And he had some clips in there from Slim Thug and some other people in there as well too. And he said a lot of these dudes, they get on the internet, they follow these red pill guys, they get a wrench, they feel important, and then they try to go out there and try to be that guy on the dating market, and it don't work out for them. Like I said before, some of these dudes give advice, right? And you got to know what to follow and what not to follow, what to apply and what not to apply. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes can't decipher because they don't have no game to begin with. All right. They don't have no game to begin with. So don't forget that. And at the end of the day, it's the same thing when it's boxing shit. A lot of these dudes tell these guys who to like and who not to like. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the honest truth. That's just the honest truth. Like him, don't like him, at the end of the day, man, so imagine if you let a YouTuber dictate who you like and finesse you in the media. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that. You let a YouTuber finesse you. So imagine what ABC and Fox News and etc. can do to you. Imagine that. Imagine what they can do. And that's why I really don't put no stock in it. A lot of these dudes ain't logical and they're emotional. And they was going around saying, well, Earl Spence got to start spar with Boots, or for the most part, Terence Crawford should leave should fight Boots and all this type of stuff, and that's all they do. That's all they do. They sit here and they hop to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. It's to the point where it's getting old. They disappeared and they come back with a new argument to come back to the table and all that type of stuff. And hey, it is what it is. To each his own. But in my opinion, let's get a man his credit and let's move on. You know what I'm saying? Let's give a man his credit and let's move on. It's as simple as that. Do we have to fight Jaron Boots Ennis? No. If he gonna fight Errol Spence in a rematch, I think that's what people didn't like. Okay, he's obligated to take a rematch. He's obligated to take a rematch. You know, he's obligated to take a rematch. You know, he's obligated to take a rematch. Then you're gonna strip me when I'm obligated to take a rematch is wild. I think that's what people didn't like. Now, if you say, you know what, I decide to move up and wait. Cool, cool. You know, and then we can get to what Bomac had to say. And and like I said, Terence Crawford ain't crying about it. You know, how I'm gonna cry about something that somebody else ain't crying about. Crying about. That's my problem. How I'm be mad about something that somebody else ain't mad about. You know what they say. If you can't help yourself, can't nobody help you. Brian McIntyre, Bomac, his trainer on Crawford and Ennis, he said he don't bring nothing to the table. Terence to the stage now where he can pick and choose if he doesn't want to fight Boots because he doesn't bring anything to the table. I'm going to ride with that. And at the end of the day, um, he don't. He don't. See, the guy below him said, "Well, Boots brings a legit challenge based on what? What do Boots bring? Where do you say Boots is a legitimate challenge at? I challenge anybody. Who did he fight to be a legitimate challenge? Y'all do this shit all the time. You know, these dudes go in here and they go in here and they beat nobody. He's not beat a top 10. Listen to me. He's not beat a top 10 welterweight. Take the 10 best welterweights in the world. You can always almost take the best 15 welterweights in the world. He has not beaten one of them guys. He has not beat one of those guys. He has not beat one of those guys. He has not beat one of those guys. So how does a guy bring a legitimate challenge? Right? How does a guy bring a legitimate challenge? And he hasn't beat 10 or I'll be nice and say he has not beat a top 10 guy in his division. Not he's top 10 in IBF, he's top 10 here, he's top 10 there. He has not beat when you list the 10 best welterweights in the world, he has not faced one of them. And to show you how fickle fans is, he turned around, right? And he has a fight with Karen Cherkachin, right? Right? He has a fight with Karen Cherkachin, whatever his name is, Kareem Cherkachin. He looks subpar even in a dominant fashion, right? People jump off the bandwagon, say he overrated. These fans is fickle. Oh, Spence would have beat him, or Crawford would have knocked him out. These are the same people, some of the same people that's turning around and saying what? Oh, Boots beat him because look what he did to Avila and all that. Man, dude, it's all about who you fought. That's the main thing when you pound for pound and all that stuff. Matter of fact, Jaron Boots Ennis just headlined his first fucking real card on Showtime. Legitimately, this is the first time him hosting his own card on Showtime, bro. Think about that for a minute. And then you sit down and you rewind it. Crawford did 1,000 times more than Jaron Boots Ennis, right? He's done way more than Jaron Boots Ennis in this, get into the 140-pound division. What they said, well, he ain't done enough. He ain't fought nobody. He ain't did this. He ain't did that. Remember they said that about Terence Crawford. He didn't deserve the Errol Spence fight because he didn't do enough. He became undisputed. You know what I'm saying? The guys that he was beating, Jaron Ennis ain't beat none of them dudes. He ain't beating Henry fucking Lundy yet. He ain't beat them dudes, bro. Them caliber dudes. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. You know? But these the same people when Crawford was coming to what? Oh, he ain't did nothing. He ain't fought a top welterweight. First fight, he fought a world champion for a belt, and he defeated Jeff Horn, who beat Manny Pacquiao, like it or not. A lot of y'all was saying, yeah, he beat Manny Pacquiao. And then when it came to Terence Crawford getting this shot versus Jeff Horn, oh, he robbed Pacquiao. All they do is continue to move the line. How Terence Crawford ain't did enough to get a shot at a guy who in Errol Spence held 2 belts at the time. 1 or 2 belts. I think he might have still had 1 when Crawford got there. Let's just say 2. He ain't done enough to fight, but then this dude who just became a main event, right? A guy a couple fights ago, y'all said, was overrated. Okay. What else do we got? Right? He just became a main event. He ain't fought a top 10 welterweight, but he deserved a shot, but Crawford didn't deserve a shot. Come on, man. Come on. Make it make sense. And then it was no push. Then it was no push for Errol Spence to ever fight him. So, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Check out my new channel, Free Game 89, FR33 Game 89. In addition to that, check out my Detroit channel, Mercy Sports Talk. Both those in the description. Everything else is in the link tree as well too. Appreciate y'all. Peace.